Okay, you ready?
Ready for what?
For the podcast.
Oh, right, yeah. That thing.
Is it my turn to do the intro?
Are you doing the intro?
Hi, welcome back to Mindless Prattle.
Did you want me to start
I
recording?
thought you were already recording.
Oh my gosh. You didn't even ask, you just assumed because
What?
the microphone's here that we're recording.
Well, I saw it on your computer.
You don't see anything.
Apparently not.
Wow. This is the perfect year for a new Donkey Kong.
Why?
I don't know, that's just the title of this article I was scrolling by.
I mean, it kind of is. Like, there's been a bunch of video game movies like
New
Mario,
Donkey Kong.
Sonic.
I saw a couple polls that were like comparing the two. It was like, would you rather have Mario or Sonic beat out, or like which one did you pick like to be better? And I was like, obviously Mario. Like I haven't even seen the Mario movie, and I can already be like, it's better than the Sonic movie.
Yeah, I've heard Mario like appeals to adults a lot more. And Sonic was very clearly made with kids in mind.
Yeah, yeah. But like I didn't even see the second one. Apparently, there's a second Sonic movie with who's it, Jim Carrey in it. I had no idea that they came out with a second one. I thought they only had the first one.
I didn't know either. I haven't.
Yeah, right.
I haven't been to the movie since we saw Avatar though.
Sonic 2. Yeah, well, neither have I. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 came out last year. Ooh.
What's it rated?
6.5 on IMDb and 69% nice on Rotten Tomatoes.
So it's not like terrible, but it's not really good.
47 on Metacritic. What's the new Mario movie? Let's look. 7.3 on IMDb. It doesn't have a Rotten Tomatoes score. I feel like it should, right?
Is it too new?
I don't know.
I thought it's been out for a few weeks though, right?
Let me look. It's at 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's got a lower score, but higher on IMDb. And it's got a lower Metacritic score too. Interesting. I don't know. Everyone.
Anya Taylor-Joy is in the Mario movie.
Yeah, she plays.
I love her.
I didn't know Charlie Day was Luigi. That's awesome. They got a decent cast in the Mario movie. What do you got?
Jack Black is probably the best.
Jack Black. Mario's dad. What? Spike, Uncle Tony, Uncle Arthur. Who are these people? Mario's mom, Toad. Yo, Keegan-Michael Key plays Toad. That's funny. I did not know.
Keegan-Michael Key is funny.
Yeah. Koopa General. Donkey Kong. Seth Rogen plays Donkey Kong. What is this cast? Additional voices. All right. Like, there's a bunch of people that just say additional voices on them. I don't know.
Could you imagine you work your ass off to become an actor and then they put your credit as voices?
Additional voices. Not even like a main voice. You don't
Not
need a
even like
character.
girl number 3 or something like that. Like additional voices.
Maybe it's just like a crowd of people or something like talking in the background.
That's
Maybe
true.
they don't have like an actual character. Did I tell you about sorry, I'm scrolling past articles. Did I tell you about the Jedi Survivor thing where the HUD doesn't show up on screen, like it's slightly larger than the screen?
Oh yeah, you said it's like just on Xbox or?
No, I was looking it up. Apparently it's on a lot of PCs and it's on consoles, but on console you can't change the resolution, but on PC you can change it. So apparently if you had it in 16 by 10, it would go off the screen, but if you put it in 16 by 9, it would shrink back onto the screen. But it just hasn't been fixed on console, even though there was like a huge update like last like 3 or 4 days ago. I tried playing it again after that, and it was still, the HUD was off the screen just slightly, and I'm like, I don't know how to fix this. I changed like every setting. It was not working.
I've pretty much only been playing Sunhaven. We were playing Redfall for a little bit, but
Yeah, dude, Redfall plays so much better by yourself, just because when you try and play together, the internet is so bad that there's so much lag and rubber banding and all sorts of nothing useful.
for me, the problem with the game is that in Redfall, nothing you do feels like it matters. Like,
oh yeah, there's no like sense of urgency or like drama or anything. Like nothing is hard. Like no enemies are difficult. We put it on the hardest difficulty that you can start out on, and you can still one shot like all of the like NPC character or like the low level people, and then you can pretty much like 2 or 3 shots is all it takes to kill most of the bosses in the game.
Yeah, and it's like even there's like, they want you to collect supplies and stuff, but you never see them like, oh no, we're out of medical supplies, like we need you to go now and get some, like an urgent quest type of thing.
It's so easy to get supplies, like any supply you need, like ammo, medical gear, like anything is super easy to get.
I have like 35,000 money in the game. I don't know what the money is.
Yeah, but I can't use it.
There's nothing to spend it on.
There's
like
nothing
the weapons that you get dropped are so much better than the ones you can buy.
Yeah, that's why that's the other thing too, is there's nothing that I really want. I'm like, well,
yeah, you'd think with something like that they'd add in something where it's like, oh, you can only buy this really cool weapon, and you can only find this really cool weapon, like mix it up.
Yeah, there's nothing in the game that says urgent on it. And I'm like, well, why are we even trying then?
But Sunhaven, all I want to do is play Sunhaven constantly.
It's actually really fun. I like it. I'm gonna have to see if I can put it on my computer later, or my laptop later.
Yeah, I think it should be fine for you to run on your laptop.
Well, it's not I believe it can run it. I'm afraid it'll run out of space because.
Oh, are you running out of space?
Yeah, because I have Destiny on here. I only have hold on, let me pull it up. I only have 237 gigabytes, and 105 of it is Destiny. So I have 35 left. So I think I should be able to run it. But I just thought it was funny. I'm like, no, can't do that. Like there's a lot of games where like Redfall, I was like, oh, maybe it'd run better on PC. No,
it runs marginally better on PC.
Right, but it wouldn't on my laptop because it just doesn't run well. Like,
yeah, I wonder if they're gonna update it. And like, is Phil Spencer the Xbox dude?
Yeah.
He said he was really disappointed with the launch of Redfall.
Yeah, I would be too, especially from like, it wasn't a no-name like studio that Microsoft just acquired. Like it was Arcane Studios with Bethesda. Like there were 2 pretty big companies. Like.
Oh, I was gonna ask, do you follow Too Hot Takes or anything like that?
No, I don't. What is it?
They're like a pretty popular podcast. They post a lot of like video clips on TikTok. But they like make Am I the Asshole posts or read Am I the Asshole posts and stuff on there. And I think it's so funny. It is the funniest shit ever. Especially because like, like some of the Am I the Asshole posts from Reddit are like obviously like one guy's like an abusive, terrible person, and he's like, am I the asshole for treating my girlfriend like shit? And everybody's always like finishes reading it and they're like, yes, you are. No more discussion needed.
Like, yes, it is you. You are the problem.
I really like that. I thought about doing that though. I don't know if you're supposed to ask people for permission and stuff to use it. Like if they post on Am I the Asshole? Like
permission to use their stories in their own content. Yeah. I'm still kind of just waiting though.
For what?
For you to do the intro.
I thought we already did it.
You didn't do any intro.
Hello and welcome back to Mindless Prattle. My name is Ripley and that's Jordan. And we're your hosts and we talk about everything in between.
I don't even get to introduce myself anymore.
Because
I'm just discarded to the side.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
No, it's too late now. The real fans know who I am. Why are you staring at me like that? Do you have any plans to play Tears of the Kingdom? That just came out.
I haven't even heard of it. The new Zelda game.
What do you mean you haven't heard of it? You're not a real gamer. Get out of my game.
Shut up! I'm not a huge Zelda person. I still haven't finished I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild.
Neither have I.
Actually, I think Colton restarted it when he was here.
No, probably.
I think he made his own profile, but
I don't care.
I don't know, that game's hard. Okay, like I know kids play it and shit, and I've played a lot of video games. I've played hard games, I've played easy games. Breath of the Wild is just hard and it's really big and like there's too many things to collect, and I'm just like,
there's too many things to collect. That's the same reison you don't play Assassin's Creed. You're just like, the map's too big. I hate it. I wish it was just a linear story.
I just like like I want to be able to get through the main quest easily.
Right.
Not like easily, but you know, like without much
Easily.
trouble, and like not having to do a million other things. And I want to do the other things, but like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for example,
For example, yeah.
for example, the map is just gigantic. There's so many quests, and they keep giving you the DLC for free. It's free to the game or something.
It's not even DLC. The most of them are just patches, and you're like, okay. Like,
well,
they
added the
content
Irish
that's,
area,
like,
so I started doing that.
Well, that one's a DLC, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it's because I pre-ordered the game or something. They just gave it to everybody who pre-ordered.
Right.
But every time I log back on to the Xbox, and play Assassin's Creed, I'm like so overwhelmed by how much stuff I still have to do. And I know you've told me it's my part because I just collect quests.
You do. You have like 18 quests in there, and like half of them are just like, go deliver this letter. Like, they're super easy quests.
Maybe I'll take some time this week and play it. But I just get overwhelmed really easy in games.
They do a great job of adding like continual new content. So like you can absolutely like 100% the game like in a reasonable amount of time by gamer standards, right? Not by like normal people standards, but but like when you finish it and there's nothing else to do, like I finished it 100%. Like there was nothing else to do in the game except just run around and kill people, right? There were no missions, like nothing. But then they didn't come out with DLC. They just put additional content in there of like, oh, there's mastery challenges now. So I did all like 30 of those or something, like the first set, you know? And then you were playing it like 2 months later. And I was like, you know what? I'll jump in and I'll go run around and kill people and have fun, you know? So we set up the TVs next to each other. And we were
that was
together.
So fun.
And I went in and it was like complete all the mastery challenges. I was like, I already did that. Oh no, they added like 30 more in between, like me playing it and finishing it and me doing the next thing. And then they also add in like all those seasonal like festivals for like the time of year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is just super nice of them because like people put in a lot of effort of like research into these festivals that used to be held around that time of year, and then put them in the game for free just for people to go and enjoy. I think that's nice of them to just be like, here's this festival, it decorates your city, and you get to go and explore a couple new quests for free, you know?
Yeah, I like that. I know what a terrible thing it is to have so many options, right?
No.
Game makers are awesome.
Game makers. My friend recently got a job at Ubisoft. I want to go over there. It sounds like fun.
Why? What's it like over there?
At Ubisoft? I just like their games. Like their games are. They make Assassin's Creed. They make.
Well, you've got experience now.
They make Rainbow Six. They also, the other issue too is they don't have a studio close.
Oh.
Like one of their studios is in Seattle, and I think the other one's up in Canada. So like it'd be one of those two places to move to.
Hey, I'd move to Seattle for you.
I thought you were about to say Canada. I was like, you don't have a passport. I had it all lined up. You picked the wrong city. We'll try again later.
I'll get a passport.
I'll get a passport. You've been saying that for like, what, 6 years now?
Okay,
so you're gonna get one?
The only reason I haven't done it is because right now there's a really big issue with the passport backlog in America.
There's an issue with it?
Yeah, no, like since COVID, all the passport things are so backed up that if you go to get a passport right now, it is months and months. Not even like the normal like 2 to 3 months or whatever they tell you. It is months and months long. Like people are like, I couldn't go on a honeymoon because I couldn't get a passport in time, like type of thing.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. Get one now so that when you need it, like a year from now, you'll have it.
Okay.
Like you're saying it's a long process, so I don't want to start it. The process is just doing daily, like living your life normally, and then one day it shows up. Like that's the process that you're talking about.
I don't know.
All you have to do is get the pictures taken, fill out a form, and then go to the post office and go, I'd like to buy a passport. And then they send all your information off to the passport office, and then 9 months later in the mail you get a passport. That's it. That's the whole process. Like all you got to do is just wait. Like you're doing it now.
I just get really nervous too. I don't want to do it by myself.
Getting a passport? It's super easy.
Well, when I did it when I was a kid, we went to Walgreens to get my photos taken. Yeah. And they took the photos wrong.
You could go get a refund.
And then they had to. So when I got to the office, like that we could.
The post office?
No, we didn't go to the post office. We went to a government office.
Weird.
So we went to this government office and they retook the photos for us. And they're like, yeah, we don't do this normally, but with kids, it should be fine.
No.
And they were very nice and like fixed it for us. And then I got my passport like a month or two later because my parents paid to expedite it.
Yeah, you can get it expedited. Expediting is only like, it's like $100 to expedite it. And normally their expedite is like 6 to 8 weeks instead of like their normal.
Right now, like the expedite is like a few months long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so either way though, you'll have to wait. But if you need it like a year and a half from now, and you put in for it now, and it shows up in a year, you've got half of a year where you don't have to worry about having a passport last minute. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I saw you had this article about The Sims pulled up. I'm not complaining about The Sims because I haven't been playing it.
Why are you reading my stuff? Go away.
Well, so The Sims, had the infants update where it's like actual babies will do things like not newborn. Like, oh no, you can take care of your newborn and stuff now. Like, there's more than 3 options to like take care of a newborn now.
Sure.
They messed with autonomy when they decided to put the newborns in. And it is the most annoying thing on the planet because you can disable autonomy.
Like the newborns are autonomous?
No, like the Sims, like Sims caring for things. You can turn on autonomy or turn it off. So like if you want them to do things by themselves, if you're on another Sim, they can go and do it. Or you can have it to where you have to micromanage everything. I usually have autonomy turned off and have to micromanage everything because there's so many bugs in the game.
Is that the bugs just like the standard, or is it because you also modded it and shit?
No, it's not because of my mods. All of my mods are like heavily tested, like big mods, not like, I just got something off the dark web or something. But so when you care for infant Sims now, your Sims don't listen to anything you say. Like you'll queue up like 5 actions, say you want to, put your kid in the high chair, feed him in the high chair, take care of his diaper, all that stuff. The Sim will completely mix up the order you wanted to do it in. Or the most annoying fucking thing they do is they'll just put your kid on the floor. They'll just keep putting the kid on the floor. And you're like, go feed your baby. Like the kid is crying, dirty. The diaper has flies coming out of it. The kid's upset. And they just put it on the floor or go put it in the crib. And you're
that's awesome.
Take care of your child. So I've had to I've been cheat eating the infants a lot because I literally cannot get their parents to take care of them. I aged up 2 of my infant toddlers just so that they would take care of themselves.
See, I thought this article was about news about The Sims 5. No, it's just an article saying all the features that people want in The Sims 5. It says The Sims 5 wish list based off of the previous Sims games. I'm like, oh, that's useless. Like, what? Okay.
People want open world in The Sims, but it would not work very well.
Open world?
Yeah, because there was, I don't know, I think it was The Sims 2 and 3 were like open worlds where you could go to another lot and not have to reload or anything.
Yeah.
But the game has gotten so much bigger and they have so many things in it that I feel like open world would be a rough experience with how fucking tangled up their code is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I've ever played The Sims 4. I think the last one I played was like The Sims 2, maybe The Sims 3.
You played The Sims 2?
Yeah. The Sims 2, I played it on PS2, I think is what I played it on.
Oh, I had it on a laptop. It was like back when you had like box discs, you know? And to have all the DLC, there was like 6 extra discs that you got for The Sims 2. I remember because I used to steal it from my sister all the time.
Speaking of old games on discs, did you ever play Roller Coaster Tycoon?
I did.
Like the classic one?
I was much more of a Zoo Tycoon person, but I did play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Did you know the guy that made Roller Coaster Tycoon? It was a single person, and he programmed it all in this programming language. It's apparently like really hard to program in, but that's why there's so few bugs in the games, because he did it in like a language that's very close to computer language.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why the game holds up. Like, there's not many bugs that you can find, and like I have it on my phone now. Someone moved all the original code over to the Apple Store or whatever. It's like $5 on the Apple Store. It is amazing.
Really?
It is the exact same game. You can play with it on your phone. It's great. I love it.
I'm saving $5 so I can get Peacock.
A subscription, not the bird.
Oh no, a Peacock subscription to the movie channel thing.
I'm getting a peacock from. You just pay $5 to the guard at the state park, and you take the peacock.
I think that you need to bribe them with a little more than $5 for a peacock.
Why? They don't care. It's a peacock. Like,
but no, I told Jordan yesterday I only want Peacock to watch Vampire Academy. That's it. That's the only thing I want to watch.
That's right. Yeah, you did tell me that. I just came across this. Apparently, there's this ranking of video game subscription services. What do you think the best subscription service is in your opinion?
Xbox Games Pass.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. Because I grew up with PlayStation. I used to play PlayStation all the time. And when they got their Games Pass is like okay, but like it's not a lot of games.
The PlayStation Plus, is that?
Yeah, so you get like 2 free games to play every month.
Right.
And then they have like another new gold tier like Xbox, but it's just not as good.
That's what Xbox used to have. They used to have games with gold where you'd get 2 free games a month and you could just download them.
Yeah, PlayStation just straight up copied them.
I don't know. I've never had like PlayStation Plus. I've never paid for it, so I don't know about it. What do you think the worst video game subscription service is?
I don't know a ton. I only know like 3. I would say I don't like the Nintendo.
What are the ones that you know? We'll go with that.
I know like PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. There's not a Steam thing, is there? No.
No. It would be an uproar.
Oh, there's like the EA Play. There's EA Play or whatever.
EA Play, yeah.
That comes with Xbox now. They have like another upgraded one you can get.
Yep.
Nintendo Switch is. I don't think the Switch online. The Switch game service is probably the worst because their basic level just pays for you to play online games. Like you can literally just load into things, and then they have another one that's like 120 or 150, and you get like actual game stuff to go with the games you already have. But it's not really good at all.
All right, so those are your 3 that you know of, and that one's the worst. Is Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
So here's this list made by Jack Goodwillie.
Thank you, Jack Goodwillie, for your contribution.
From Slash Gear, right? It starts with an intro. They ranked the worst as Ubisoft Plus.
They have a thing?
They do. Ubisoft has. They're like Ubisoft. We were just talking about it. It's a great company, but it just gives you access to like some of their old titles. But it's also $15 a month for PC games. But if you want it on multi-consoles, you need to give out an additional $18 per month.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it is more expensive than most competitors. It's a great game of like a great library of games, but the games are also in other libraries that are cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of the Assassin's Creed games and stuff like that are in the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, like I think about half of them you can play on Xbox.
The next one above that is Amazon Luna.
Haven't even heard of it.
Never heard of it either. Like I didn't even know this was a thing. It specializes in cloud streaming.
I know Netflix has a thing like that. But...
So does who is it? Razer. Razer has a streaming service or a game service where you pay them and you download the games that you like. Basically, if you have your what am I trying to say? Like if you have your phone on you and you wanted to play like your computer games, right? But you don't have a computer, you can pay a subscription service to them and download your games to their servers, and then they'll stream the game to your phone and you can play on your phone. Like that's basically what their service is about. I don't know how well it works. I haven't like tried it out or anything.
I think PlayStation has something like that too, but I haven't tried it either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like where you can see like I think your console has to be on. It just like mirrors the console or whatever.
Yeah. But apparently for Amazon Luna, you could end up paying more than $40 a month to access all of their services.
What?
That's crazy. Would not paying that much. It launched in late 2020. Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah,
it's 3 years
no
old.
idea about it.
Next up, Google Play Pass.
Huh.
Apparently they have a subscription service. It's only $5 a month, which is reasonable because it's just, apps on your phone, games and apps on your phone. Among the titles they have is Stardew Valley and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Those are some decent games, but if you can only list those 2 out of all your games, I feel like you don't have a great lineup.
Yeah, and I mean, why would you get the Google Play Pass when you can just buy Stardew Valley on mobile? I think it's like $5-10 anyways.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Created in 2019. Next up is Humble Choice.
Like Humble Bundles? Or
I don't know. I
haven't heard of that either.
Many PC gamers might already be familiar with Humble Bundle, a digital storefront that offers limited time collections of games, books, software, and more. Humble Choice is their subscription service, which offers a selection of games that subscribers can choose from each month, along with other perks and discounts, blah, 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 blah. But I guess it's $12 a month, or you can pay $129 for a year. See what you save, like $11-12. All right. Users also have the ability to skip months if they wish. Now that's nice. Like if you don't like the games that are coming out in the subscription next month, you can skip it.
You know, actually, I really don't like that, and here's why. Have you heard of like Fabletics or Adore Me or anything like that?
No, what are those?
So it's recently a bunch of clothing companies have started doing this thing where you have to. It's like a subscription to look through their stuff and shop, and they'll charge you like a certain amount per month, like $20, $40, something like that. And if you don't want to buy anything that month, you can just skip it. But I think it's very annoying because so many like subscription companies are going to this model, and I'm like, can I just pay for something? Like, do I have to have a subscription? Like,
oh yeah. What's that? What is it? Bespoke Pose. They do that same. Excuse me. They do that same thing. Like it'll preview what's in your box for the month, and if you don't like it, you can skip that month. It's like a subscription box service of like clothes and different things.
Yeah, like and it's like they just bank on you, like forgetting about it, so they can just charge you anyways. You know.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I think it's predatory, and I think they should do a different business model. But with a game, it's probably a bit different.
Choice though, like you got to think like, oh, do you get those games for like the month and then they go away and you get new games the next month, or like or do you just own those games for afterward? You know.
I think you own them as long as you pay for the subscription, because that's how PlayStation works.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to take a look. Next, above Humble Choice, is Apple Arcade. How did Apple Arcade beat out half these people? Apple Arcade has some decent games. It's still $5 a month, but I'm trying out their free service right now just because I wanted to try a couple of games.
Every time you buy a new phone, actually, they'll give you a free subscription to the Apple Arcade
for like a month.
And the Apple TV. So if you haven't used your Apple TV subscription, it's probably in your phone settings.
Probably.
I used Apple TV to watch Selena Gomez's like documentary about herself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing special about Apple Arcade. It's just they have a set like of games on the Apple
pretty standard
App Store, but it is nice that none of those games in the arcade have any ads in them, which is very nice.
Yeah.
I was like, that was its main point of it, was like, would you like to try this game without ads? And it's like Apple Arcade, and I was like, you know what, without ads for free, sure, why not?
Yeah, and I'll say Apple does know what people want, because I feel like a lot of subscriptions are like, oh, we'll give you this and we'll give you this. Apple's like, no ads, you can play all these things. That's what you want, take it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's very, I don't know, like, if you download games normally, like even if you downloaded 5 games and they're all like, oh, pay 99 cents to play with no ads, that would still be the same amount as paying the $5 for a month of unlimited games with no ads, So if you're someone who plays a lot of those like mobile games with ads, I feel like that would be the market for the Apple Arcade.
And mobile gaming is one of the fastest rising markets right now, actually.
I know, dude. I was looking at quarter statements from different, from King, the people who make Candy Crush. Yeah, they do some crazy shit. Like the amount of money they make each quarter is crazy.
No, I get it. Every time I get stuck on a level in one of those types of games, I'm tempted. I'm like, $2 and I could just get past this forever.
Yeah, but everybody's like that. They're like, would you like an extra giant rainbow candy for 96 cents? And you're like, well, it's only 96 cents. And then... Yeah,
that's actually the reason, like, the game I play, I don't like to spend money on it, Project Makeover, because in-game items are so fucking expensive. It'll be like, oh, you get 3 of these for 700 gems. And then you go and check the cost of 700 gems, and it's like $10. And you're like, what the fuck?
that's a little
like, Candy Crush is like, oh, 99 cents, $1, $5.
What is that for?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to shut it so hard.
I'll see you later. Oh, Ripley was walking away to get drugs.
I thought you would keep talking.
Well, I was waiting for you to get back from your drug run.
But I don't play a lot of other mobile games.
I don't either. It's just sometimes that I'm at work and I have like 5 minutes. I'm like, well, I can't load up fucking Minecraft and play for 5 minutes. I gotta just get on the phone.
Minecraft's on the mobile phone.
Yeah, but Minecraft mobile sucks.
Does it?
It's like playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition.
Let's see. I have Project Makeover and Love Nikki Dress Up.
Love Nikki. It's the name of the character, okay. Nikki, or like...
Yeah, the character you play is called Nikki. And actually, you know what? This game is so fun. And it's so successful. They created an actual game for like that just came out on PS4 and like all like modern consoles a while ago.
It just came out on PS4?
Uh-huh. So it's like basically... No, I think it's a great game. Oh, PS5 and all that stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
It just came out on all the recent consoles.
Yeah,
but you know, it's just like you just have a character, you dress her up. There's different like countries and stuff that you can get clothing from. It's inspired by it's a Chinese company, so it's also inspired by like past China, Japan, like a bunch of different Asian influences. And it's just fun. Like there's a story for everything and it's free. Like it's literally like it's just so many stories in this game, and you dress up to battle people and win. But it is actually a surprisingly great game. I have a lot of fun with it. I like that I can jump in and out of it, you know, and there's always something to do. But I've actually been really curious about the new game, because I was like, I wonder how they made it into like a whole game where you do stuff. So I'll have to look it up, actually. I should probably look it up now since I'm talking about
it. You do you. The final... I guess we're only halfway through this list. Dang, I thought we were further. Next above Apple Arcade is PlayStation Plus, and it's just standard PlayStation Plus. I don't even know how much it comes to right now. It starts at $10 a month and goes up to $18 a month for their premium tier. I feel like for the subscription shouldn't have premium tiers. Like, subscribe for what you want and move on, you know. Oh, this is what I was talking about. The one above that is GeForce Now. It wasn't Razer, it was Nvidia. I was mistaken. So this is the one I was talking about, like where you can download games to their servers and then they'll stream it to like your phone, so you can play full games on like your phone.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
It's only $10 a month with a free option to you can play up to an hour session just to like try it out.
Oh.
Which I always wanted to try it, but I just never get around for it, you know.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. And I trust Nvidia.
Works on
maybe I shouldn't.
Major operating systems. Right above Nvidia's is Nintendo Switch Online.
I just don't think Nintendo Switch Online is that great.
Yeah, but I think that part of their reasoning is the price, because it is $20 for a year.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not because super expensive.
All you get to do with that is play online. Like that's it. It just allows you online access. Like
it also includes cloud saves, subscribers to back up their save data online, and move your data to a new system. Proved you wrong.
Oh,
bam.
I didn't know all about that. I just think, you know, I get so mad though that like that is a paid for service.
The base level Nintendo Switch Online subscription provides access to a classic library of games from systems such as the NES, the SNES, the Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx, G16, and Game Boy. So they also have a library of games.
I'll have to check that out because it did not tell me that when I bought it.
The premium tier also provides players to an added access of library games on other consoles such as the Nintendo 64, the Game Boy Advance, and you could download some of the Switch's big titles. So it looks like they have some different ones as well. Excuse me.
I don't know if that's accurate. I'll have to look at that because when I bought it.
When was this article made? That was made Friday.
Because I bought it, you know, basically just so I could use the portal on Animal Crossing, and it did not tell me any of that stuff. It didn't say you get all these.
You don't do research. You just buy shit.
And then I told you there was a higher tier that was like you pay a lot a year, and then it was like, oh, you'll get DLC, you'll get game content, free Switch titles, all this stuff. I don't know if that's entirely accurate. I'll have to look it up.
We'll look it up then. Like, above them is EA Play, which is surprising to me because I didn't like. EA has a bunch of like they have good games overall, but like I don't know if their subscription by itself is worth it. It's $5. It's only $30 a year, But it also, I think their best thing is you get discounts on their games if you want to buy them. I think that's a nice feature for theirs. Oh, excuse me.
But you get that with the Xbox Games Pass too.
Don't get ahead of me.
All my EA games are discounted, and like every time I want to buy a new DLC for like The Sims or something, it's like 10% off.
Yeah. And then last and highest ranked on this list is Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate.
Xbox Game Pass is just amazing. Like I love Xbox. I have like 8 games downloaded on my computer from Games Pass, and I don't play that many.
Just the Games Pass, like on PC, it's $10 a month. If you want Ultimate, where you can do PC and on Xbox, it's $15 a month. There's no tiers. You just get access to all that shit. You also can play. You also get the base level of EA Play, so you don't get there's premium, their EA Play Pro, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, they keep asking me to buy that.
But you get their just standard one, which is also nice too.
I think Xbox really has it figured out, and I think it's probably because they did all this way before anybody else. But
my favorite feature is just that I can put games on my laptop and play them, and then if I have time, like later sometime, I can pull them up on my Xbox and I can just continue playing at the same point. Like I don't have to re-download the game and like start over. I can just continue playing, where I picked up on it.
Yeah, it's very useful.
You were talking about this the other day. You're talking about the new cake pop that Starbucks is coming out with, the Bumblebee.
The Bumblebee.
I'm still trying to find an actual picture of it. Is this like their marketing picture, or like I can't?
No, but that's almost exactly what it looks like. Like
Starbucks new Bumblebee cake pop. I want to look that up. Like what does it look like? I look for images. Oh wow, that is not great. That doesn't even look. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
for anybody who doesn't know, Starbucks released this Bumblebee cake pop, and they definitely just reused the cat mold.
Yeah, they did. Like it's not even. Wow, like it's not even like a cake pop. It's literally like a lollipop.
Okay, you know
like,
what?
It's not round, is it? Like, is it a sphere? Or is it like it looks flat in all these pictures? That's what I'm asking.
It's not flat, but it's not a sphere. It's like kind of in between.
Because like if you made a sphere, it would be so easy to make a bee. Like just look up bee cake pop. Like look at these. Look, it's so easy to make a bee.
Okay.
All you need is the sphere with the yellow with a little smiley face and put 2 little wings on it, and that's it. Maybe some stripes.
I like to hate on Starbucks sometimes, but I saw a Starbucks commercial for Starbucks India the other day that made me sob like a baby.
For India?
Yeah.
Why?
So it was like these parents sitting down. They're an older couple.
Sure.
And the wife is like, "Oh, try not to, cause a problem this time," to her husband. It's in I don't know what the Indian language is.
Indian language. Look it up.
Because I think they speak several different languages.
I assume.
Hindi. I think they also have Bangladeshi or something like that. I don't know.
The official language of India is Hindi.
So it's probably Hindi then. But it shows a dad like looking at a picture of his son, and then a woman walks in and they're like meeting with their transgender daughter. And it's like all awkward and tense, and you can tell like the daughter seems really upset. And when it showed the picture of the son on the phone, their name was like Appy2 or something like that. And so the dad goes up and orders coffee and comes back, and the daughter's like all upset, and she's like, "Oh, he still doesn't like accept me or whatever." And then at the end of the commercial, like they call out the coffee, and he had used her new name. And it was like a difference in a letter, because a lot of countries have gendered names. But the dad like looks at her and he goes, something about like, your name is you've only changed one letter, and then it was like, the commercial was like, it starts with a name. And I tell you, I was fucking sobbing. Like I saw it on TikTok and I was sobbing. Nice, I was like, Starbucks sometimes does good things.
Bro, what is this? I'm looking up new games that are coming out, right? And I'm really excited for Assassin's Creed Mirage we talked about last week. I've been excited for Skull and Bones for what, 5 years
A
now?
long
6
time.
years. And I was like, oh, I wonder when it comes out. I googled the release date and it says March 9th, and everything on here, all these things say March 9th. But then you go on the Ubisoft website and it's like pre-order now, and I'm like pretty sure it didn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Like,
so what's going on?
They moved it to November of this year. So I'm like, they keep pushing it back, but I'm all right. I'll keep waiting. I got other games to play in the meantime, because if it's anything like their like trailers and whatnot, it needs to be pretty good.
I'm so excited to play it, but I'm losing excitement.
I'm not. Every time I watch the trailers, you get a little boner every time. You watch it over.
You're a half chub.
You're like, look at all that. Like, it looks great. The cinematics are great. It's the same team that worked on Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like, they used a lot. They brought over a lot of those people, so I'm excited for it.
Oh, that looks cool.
Like, I know. What is the official description of it? I can't remember. It's I just closed it out. But open world. Be an open world pirate. Like, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Sail around.
And I've told Jordan this a million times. I don't know if I've told y'all, but I just want an open world RPG so fucking badly right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so into Sunhaven. We keep talking about it. So Sunhaven is a Stardew Valley-like game, or like Harvest Moon, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it's like fantasy, so you can be like an elf or a demon or an angel or a bunch of other stuff, and it is just so cute and so fun. That's all I want to do.
It's so cute.
How long till Mirage comes out?
January 3rd, 2024 is what it says.
So a year.
I think. Hold on, let me look it up. Mirage release date. What do you got? The studio says sometime late 2023. So I don't know. I wonder why Amazon has it as delivering on Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024 then. That's kind of weird.
Free one-day shipping?
I don't know. This item will be released on December 31st, 2023. Wait, their standard edition is $50. It says their deluxe edition is $60.
What does the deluxe come with?
I don't know. Includes game and additional content. Well, that's helpful, isn't it? I would hope it comes with additional content. Like, this page just doesn't look official, is what I'm.
No, it doesn't. I don't like to buy anything from Amazon.
Well, no, it's just because the box art is on the game. It looks different than most other like game. Hold on, let me.
Well, Assassin's Creed usually has a person, and then they make like the symbols like with the person.
Well, no, like this is the new style of like cover art for the Xbox is this style with like the series up top of what it goes to and this and that. Well, I don't even know what this is, but like the old style was just like Xbox across the top, you know, and that was it. And you're like, all right. Like, it looks less official to me because it's their new style that I just am not used to. Like, see, they're all starting to switch over to it now, of that new style of just the label in the upper left of what consoles you can play it on, but they used to all just look like this, and then the art itself.
I guess it's useful.
It's useful for what it
doesn't look
comes
as nice,
on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you get a little bit extra room up top for more art, and then this section just for what it goes on. But I'm like, you know, look at those dreamy eyes. But
yeah.
So I was like, their release date's just 2023. I don't know. Oh man, I had to get a haircut last week.
How'd it go?
Great for me, because I've been going to this same people for what, 4 or 5 months now, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I know they don't speak English. Like, I'm in a place like where not a lot of people speak English. Like, Spanish is spoken more than English there. Mm-hmm. So when I go in, I know what to do now. I'm like, all right, they're usually just like, haircut, and I'm like, yep, and then they're good to go, you know. But this guy, I don't know what was happening with him. I sat down. I was in the middle of getting my haircut, right? He came in, sat down, They pointed to the chair, had him go over. He sits down. He looked like he was maybe 19, 20. I don't know. But he did not look like he spoke Spanish. And then it was confirmed when she said something in Spanish, and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Like, he told her, he's like, I don't speak Spanish. So it's the same lady. She cut my hair like the very first time I was in there.
Yeah.
So she's like, this motherfucker, you know. She's like, oh, okay. And she says, numero. And she points to the side of her head, right? Like, what number do you want cut on the side?
Like, some things are just easy to understand.
Right. And like, I don't know if I wasn't necessarily like thrown out to the wolves as a kid or whatever, right? But I know like the numbers, like the higher the number, the longer your hair will be, because that's just how the numbering system works for haircuts, right? This kid had no idea what she was talking about when she said numero. Like, he stared at her, like he just stared, and she was like, numero for side, and like pointed to the side of his head, and he's like, yeah, I need it cut shorter. Like he's trying to communicate, and she's like, no, numero, and like she's holding up like her fingers, like try counting, like, you know, like what number do you want? And he's like, no, I just need it like shorter, like real short. And and the lady doesn't speak English, so she's staring at him, and she goes, no, and she's almost like hesitating to say numero for like the fourth time. And then she looks over at the lady cutting my hair, and she says something in Spanish, and the lady cutting my hair walks over there, and she goes, honey, how short do you want your hair? Like, she speaks English, and she goes, how short do you want your hair? Like, what number do you want? And he goes, what do you mean, what number? I just need it like shorter, closer. And so now there's this conversation between a lady who speaks only Spanish, a guy who's never apparently asked for a haircut and doesn't understand the numbering system, and this poor woman in the middle who was cutting my hair is now trying to translate both ways while explaining to this fucking adult how haircuts work. And so
you had the opportunity to help out in that situation.
I was getting my haircut. I leave people alone. I was not gonna help out. I was admiring the story unfolding in front of me.
Like, a zero, dude, a zero.
And I was like, so finally she was like, no, the number is how far away, like in the whatever, right? She's like, a 1 is like real short, 0 is like they shave it all off, and then it goes up to like 4, and after that we scissor, like how far, like how, and he's like, just real short, I guess. And she's like, so then this lady translating, she's just like, uno, and like points to the side, and then she's just like, she says a bunch of stuff in Spanish, and the guy was like bewildered of what just happened, because he still has no idea what's about to happen to his head. Because the lady that was translating just said a bunch of things in Spanish to the lady cutting the hair, and she's like, all right, see, and then just starts cutting away at his hair.
You know, if he's not gonna learn how to communicate.
It was like his first haircut, and it was with someone who didn't speak English. I felt it was so funny to watch, though.
You also had the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time, and just be like, oh man, you want a 0, just tell him 0.
I do.
And he would have walked out of there bald.
Oh, it was just the side of his head, like his hair was like super long, and dude, I was like, dude, just get like a 1, 2. Like, you can pick any number, and then if you need to go shorter, pick shorter, you know. I was staring at him the whole time, just fucking like laughing internally. It was great. That's what it was funny, but
I really liked the guy who came and fixed the carpet.
The guy who, oh yeah, you're telling me about
I told
that.
you, he was really friendly, but like he and I was home alone, so he kept talking to me, I think, trying to make me comfortable. He was like telling me about his... Well, yeah, I'm a woman alone in the house, so he was like telling me about his wife and kids.
You had your cat.
And he was telling me about his cat and stuff. But he was just so funny. He was just like, yeah, I don't know why they would do it like this, but I'll fix it for you. And,
I was telling you, there's like a seam in the middle of the hallway for some reason. Like, they just ran out in the middle. And
the nails in the carpet.
Why? Yeah. He was used like the wrong nails.
And he did tell me, he's like, if you see any more like carpet sticking up, just trim it real quick with a pair of scissors so the cat doesn't get after it.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but...
And then there was the not break-in.
Yeah, some dude like slamming on the door at
It's like 4:20
like
a.m.
4 in the morning. It was like, I left my my phone plugged into your PlayStation. You're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So
man.
first of all, I know I shouldn't have opened the door. Jordan and I have already talked about that.
Yeah.
But so I woke up and I was like half asleep, half awake. I was so confused. And this man was like banging on the door. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? The neighbors are gonna get mad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I crack the door. Oh.
Just keep talking.
It's falling off.
Just keep talking.
So I go and I crack the door. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, I think I left my phone plugged into your PlayStation. And I shut the door, and you guys, this is how tired I was. I legitimately like questioned myself, like, did someone leave something plugged into our PlayStation? Like, I don't think anybody was here. So I looked at the PlayStation, and then I was like,
what? And then you opened the door again. Like, you did it twice.
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
And then I cracked the door, and I was like, I think you have the wrong apartment. And he was like, oh. And then he just left, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know if he was looking for drugs, if he was trying to rob somebody, if he was just stupid, or maybe he had gone drinking with some friends and forgot which apartment was theirs. But
dude, speaking of dumb, we went out to, what's up?
If you're listening to this, sir, do not come back here. I have a gun.
Okay. What?
Just in case, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're planning on robbing me.
She'll shoot very near you. And,
hey, I have good aim.
Well, I would hope so, but, you know, you also said you had common sense, and then you were like, 4 a.m., better open the door.
I won't do it again.
Yeah, I bet. But, oh, no, speaking of dumb thing, we went out to dinner last night, and we had, reservation for, what was it, 9. We got there a little early, so they were like, okay, we'll get your table ready, just wait off to the side. And we're like, okay. So as we're sitting there next to the hostess stand, some guy comes in, and he...
Oh, the rich motherfucker who was being all like...
Who?
The first guy that walked in?
Anyway, he came in, and he was like, hey, I know you guys are pretty booked up tonight. Is there any way you could get a table of 3 in? And the manager was at the host stand instead of the hostess because she was seating somebody, right? And the manager was like, well, the only area I have available is like the bar top and like a little bit of the bar area. And the guy just goes, no, I don't want to sit at the bar. I prefer like table booth wherever else. And the guy was like, right, you can sit at any of these tables over here, like they're full service. We'll put you over in the bar area, but not at the bar like top, you know. Mm-hmm. And the manager was like, would you like me to seat you? And this guy just goes, hold on, let me ask my wife. And like runs out of the restaurant. And I was like, why don't you just bring her with or call? Like, why don't you just call the restaurant? Like, what do you, like, how far away were they too?
Yeah, it was like raining and there was
and then
LA.
And then like 2-3 minutes later, they walked in and was like, we will take that seat. And the guy was like half tempted to be like, sorry, it wasn't there, you know?
Yeah.
I was just so funny. I was like, why would you not just bring her in with you to be like, is that all right? Or like call her or call the restaurant and be like, hey, is there any way I can get a table for 3? I know it's last minute, you know? And he just walked in and was like, let me go get my wife. I'm like, man, you just like working extra.
And then that table of 11 came in.
That guy was so dumb. Did you hear what he said when they walked in?
No, I didn't. I thought they had a reservation.
He did. He walked in and he said, hi, we have a reservation for 11. And she said, okay. And she started picking up menus. And then she said, are you all here? And this guy goes, 5 of us are here. And the other 6 are on their way. And I was like, did it take you that long to do 11 minus 5, motherfucker? Like, come on. I was like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, we had a fun night to go out.
It was so fucking like postponed. He was like, fucking like counting to 6 in his head. And I'm like, all right, man.
To be fair, I still have to use my fingers to count a lot.
I just thought it was so funny. He's like, there's 11 of us and 5 of us here. How many are left? And you're like, if the train left the station going 80 miles an hour, like what math are you doing, man? 11 minus 5, 6. Like, oh man, it was
like prom night too or something. Like,
yeah, there were people dressed up. It was crazy. I don't know what was going on with that guy. I got an email the other day that I am not like happy about. I think they're suggesting something. I don't know if I just read it wrong or what, but it was an email from Crunchyroll, right? And it just basically it said like, feed your anime addiction with these new shows, or like hot new shows. And I was like, well, I like the term addiction, but all right.
Actually, I've seen a lot of people talk about how they've been turned off of companies by emails like that. Like, I'm in a low buy makeup community because I've never owned too much makeup, but I thought I did. And then I saw how much makeup the people who were addicted to buying it have.
You can be addicted to buying makeup?
Yes. No. Oh my God, Jordan. Like, I have like one foundation, maybe like 2 things of bronzer. But generally I have like one of each thing, maybe 2. No, people have literal like rooms filled with like towers of makeup and shit. Like, so I joined a low buy community, but they'll talk about that where they'll get emails from companies where they'll be like,
that's crazy.
Oh, you need to buy this. Here's a 20% off coupon. Buy these things, only 10% off, and like make you feel like really guilty if you don't purchase something. And they're like, well, it helps me not buy as much because I'm annoyed at the way they phrase it.
Right, that too. And it was like, from that same one with Crunchyroll, it was like, well, now I feel like I shouldn't watch for a couple days, so have fun, you know? Like, I'm just gonna put it off.
I probably watch anime faster than you do when I get into them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how fast you watch a lot of things.
I just keep getting emails from Nelnet.
Yeah.
So my student loan officiator or whatever they're called, like switched companies, and the new company like got all my information yesterday and sent me like 6 emails at one time just to be like, we got your account, set it up. And then they accused me of being bankrupt. And then later they sent me another email saying, we sent a message saying you were in bankruptcy in error. And I was like, yeah, I think I would know if I were bankrupt, wouldn't I?
We sent you a bankruptcy in error. I like they had to send that out, that correction. It was just
They're like, you are not bankrupt. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I hope not.
Dude, my job, a lot of people were upset last week from an email they sent out. It was like a week and a half ago. It was like 2 days before payday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on payday, we get the direct deposit and then an email with a copy of a PDF, like pay stub, basically, for the month. So 2 days before we were supposed to get paid, we got an email with the pay stub in it. And so people were like, oh, we got paid like 2 days early. That's weird. So we went, like half the people, we go check our bank accounts. We're like, this is crazy. Like, why we didn't get paid? Like, are we supposed to still wait? So we went and talked to the finance guys, and the finance team was like, no, they had to put out, apparently they were getting so bogged down. They had to put out an official statement saying you did not get paid early. Some people apparently didn't get their pay stub from the previous month. And instead of sending it to those individual people, they decided just to send out everyone's pay stub a second time for the previous month. But like 2 days right before payday, I was like, come on, man, you're getting so many people's hopes up that they got paid a couple days early. Like, that's
that's a little messed up.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was reading that the new Queen Cleopatra on Netflix show is like super not good.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah. I saw like a meme about it. Like the ratings were so low that they were like, why did you even make this? Like, this is crazy.
I mean, I want to see the new, there's a Bridgerton sequel now. I think it's called like...
There's a Bridgerton sequel?
Prequel.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be probably a lot of seasons of Bridgerton because there's a lot of books. But this one's about the queen. And the king, and I've seen some clips of it on TikTok. It looks really good, but I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I've never even watched Bridgerton besides like an episode with you.
It's not your style.
I don't even know what most of it's about besides like people just courting women.
That's literally it. It's based on a romance novels.
Great. He's like, oh, I would choose him, and you're like, all right. I saw somebody say that what was it? There was a meme. It was like, oh, you fucking girls out here, like, why can't I ever find these perfect men in this? And be like, because they were written in a book and they're being paid to fucking act like that. Nobody acts like that in real life anymore. Like, what do you mean?
I was watching that video yesterday.
What do you mean you're looking for someone like that?
Yeah,
like,
no, it was Taylor Tomlinson. She posted a video and she was like, I keep seeing all these people being like, where are all the men in Bridgerton? Like, where are they? They're being paid to be there. Do we need to start paying men?
Are you gonna pay them to act like that?
That's just escorting in reverse.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's funny. I just found the meme for the new Netflix series, Queen Cleopatra. It has a 1% audience score.
How bad? Like, what's so bad about it?
So, I don't know.
Wait, hold on, scroll down. It says
the casting of Cleopatra is the primary reason. Okay.
Are people mad that Cleopatra is black like she's supposed to be?
I have no idea.
I've always thought that was
May
funny.
10th, blah, blah, blah.
People release movies about Cleopatra, who is from Africa. Egypt is in Africa, and people like would be like, have her played by a white actress. Like,
Yeah, like the 1963 Cleopatra movie. Like everyone in there is white, and you're like, where are you? Like, you're clearly not in fucking Egypt.
Obviously, I can't say anything about like the show itself because it could just be a bad show. But I've seen a lot of shows that have like people of color as the main character.
Well, people were also pointing out that there are a lot of historical like inaccuracies and mistakes in the show besides the racist part of it, you know. But right now it is a 13% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 1% audience score.
It has to be
like, this is the lowest score you could get.
I wonder if they were trying to do a thing like they were with Bridgerton or something. But I feel like with historical stuff, you have to specify that it is not meant to be historically accurate. Like in Bridgerton and stuff, and they always have like a thing before, like this is a reimagining of history. It's based on a work of fiction. It is not real history in any way, shape, or form, you know?
Apparently it's the first of a Netflix series, African Queens. Okay. Well, it didn't do very well, apparently.
Released back in February to a similarly icy reception from audiences, though it fared better with critics.
Yep. I think a lot of the score is the skin tone, but like some of it, there's historical inaccuracies in it too, and you're like, bland. This series is being criticized as being bland with lackluster performances.
Man, you can't. If you do something historical, you can't make it boring.
I know, like it's Cleopatra. There's exciting things that she did. Like very
Cleopatra was
exciting
a cool woman. She was badass.
Like she also had like a lot of orgies with a lot of people. Like throw that in the show. You'll get the score up. Like, come on.
Or how she like literally led a country to fall because men just fell in love with her all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's so much cool shit about Cleopatra.
The Netflix is blaming the ongoing writer's strike as part of the issue.
Didn't that come out?
I'm pretty sure they filmed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you filmed it before the writer's strike started. That's okay. I don't know about that one.
And the writer's strike is so stupid because it's like just pay your fucking writers.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know how much I've been seeing that like writers would get paid like $1,200 to work on something, and then people are literally making millions off of it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh damn! Do you want to get donuts today?
Sure.
I really want donuts, dude. Today's gonna be fat day. We're having donuts and then pieces for dinner.
We could go by Starbucks.
For what?
On the way to the donut, so I can get coffee.
So you can get coffee.
And see my
coffee on the way here. Look, we got coffee at home. It's Mother's Day. You gotta honor them by eating at home. We got food at home. Does your mom never say that to you?
Not often. My mom was like, sometimes she would, but my mom was very easy to convince to get food. Like, I'd be like, we should get McDonald's. And then she'd be like, we should get McDonald's.
We should do that. You're correct.
My parents have never denied themselves eating out.
Yeah. My parents were always like, no, we'll make food. I'm like, all right. 8 video games that only work once? What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Is it raining again? Yeah,
it sounds like it. That water is rushing in the flooding.
There's rain coming down.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sometimes the rain here you can't see it because it's just normal, and then sometimes it goes like fucking sideways.
Well, it doesn't help that the the green background. Well, I guess we're waiting for a little bit to go out because it is raining like a motherfucker. How long is it supposed to rain for? Thunderstorms expected at 11. Well, that's cool. How was I supposed to run errands today, damn it?
Well, maybe it'll be easy to run errands because nobody will want to go outside.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, I don't know what's happening. I keep getting offered deals by DoorDash to go make like an extra $200 for delivering for them.
Bro, okay, so I follow DoorDash subreddits, right?
Yeah.
So DoorDash has had fucking problems with scamming drivers.
Yeah.
Like, one, I keep seeing people really upset because they're like, their food gets to them smelling like weed and cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I complained to DoorDash and they gave me like a $15 credit and moved on. Or there's also been a huge issue with people just scamming lately, like picking up food and then never delivering it.
Yeah, that's great. But as soon as that gets reported, and then like if it gets reported like 2 or 3 times, I think it is, you get fired and you can't be a driver anymore.
I've seen so many people complaining on Reddit that like DoorDash's customer base has been dropping a little bit and there's not as many orders for people to pick up.
Right.
I think I generally feel the same way. Like I have much more luck with like Uber Eats or ordering delivery direct from restaurants. And then I've also seen this thing where basically DoorDash and other companies like DoorDash are charging people more based on what type of phone they have. So there's a huge lawsuit right now actually because iPhone users were being charged on average $1 more than Android users.
What?
Yeah, like I saw the article about the lawsuit yesterday that was showing messages and breaking it down.
Though? Like, is it?
Because the theory is that because iPhone users are in a higher income bracket,
so they can pay $1 more.
But and then a lot of people have been reporting seeing like if they order food from a restaurant, like the prices on DoorDash are more expensive than the restaurant, and that's not including like all the other fees they're already tacking on. So I'm thinking there's gonna be some changes in the delivery sphere coming up.
What the fuck is this article? First of all, I like looking at articles. There's a game. It's called Flappy Souls. Someone combined Flappy Birds and Dark Souls.
I was there for the rise of Flappy Bird. We don't need to do it again.
I don't even know if you're interested, go look it up. I don't even know how you would play that game.
I don't even like Dark Souls.
Right, but this is the article that got me right. It's 10 easy ways to cool your gaming PC. 39
minutes ago. Congratulations, Nathan Gibson. You are doing great.
Dude, Gears got it right. Now, these 10 easy ways, these are like the most like dumbed down ways that you can cool off a gaming PC, and if you don't know these already as a gamer, you should just sell your computer because
everybody has to start somewhere.
They don't have to listen, right? The first one is put it in a suitable position.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
With plenty of space around it. That's the first 2 tips: is put it somewhere where it has space around it and it's not like Yeah, it's called airflow.
Don't put your PC in the oven.
Yeah, I know, right? Like crazy how you need airflow for it to work. The next tip, get the best case for your computer. Just buy new components. That's how you cool it down. Mm-hmm. Continuing on that trend, upgrade your PC's fans. Continuing on that trend again, get a powerful fan. Like all of this is saying, put it out in the open and put a fan next to it and just blow it through there. Like what?
These articles aren't meant for people who are
install a water cooling setup. So put it out in the open, put a bunch of fans in and around it, and then put some water cooling system in it. And then clean it. Like that's it. Get a more effective. Like all this is saying is just buy newer components.
Get better shit, dude.
Use an SSD rather than a hard drive. Run the PC in a responsible manner. A popular method of performance. Don't overclock your computer is the last thing. Like 10 easy ways is just don't be an idiot and put a fan near it. Thank you for that fucking life-saving tips right there. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I need to play the Ratchet & Clank. You bought it for me, and I still haven't played it because it's here.
Yeah, I bought it for you on Switch because you said you loved Ratchet & Clank so much.
No, you bought it on PlayStation.
Is it on PlayStation?
Yeah, it's not on
Switch.
Switch.
It's the digital one. What did I... Oh, I bought you Spyro for the Switch.
Yes, that is also fun. Did you see the actor when they were doing motion capture for Cal Kestis in the new Star Wars? They brought in. They were doing like a little promo stunt, right? So they had like the actual coordinators and everything. But the actor who played Cal Kestis, by the way, I found out it's not Eyebrows Guy.
It's not? He looks just like Eyebrows Guy.
They're two different people. Hold
Really?
on. Like, yeah, hold on. Eyebrows Guy.
I was wondering because I felt like his face wasn't as intense, but it looks so much like him.
Versus what the heck? What is versus Cal? This actor. Yeah, it's two different guys because we said that on the last one. This is the guy who plays Cal Kestis. It's Cameron Moynihan, right? But the other guy.
Wait, doesn't he play like the Joker or something like
that? He does. This is the other guy, Will Poulter.
Man, they look very
similar. But look, the eyebrows is what's different about it.
His eyebrows are much more.
His eyebrows are way curvy. His are just.
And then Cameron's more of a ginger, I guess.
Yeah. So they're two different guys. That's why I was like, there's no way it's the same guy. His voice is different than his. Like I was like, there's no way, but I couldn't tell. Yeah, they're two different guys. I figured that out. I wanted to bring it up because we mentioned it last week.
Anyway. Sorry, do you have more to say?
Yeah, but back to the motion capture. He was doing the motion capture for the Star Wars game. Like they gave him lightsabers, to move around and do lightsaber movements and whatnot. And one of the promo videos they brought in Mark Hamill, and Mark Hamill was just standing there like pretending to be Luke Skywalker, giving him like Jedi training.
That's funny.
He's like standing there, he's like, you need to feel the Force. And like he was doing a motion capture where he's like, all right, now for this one, we're going to use 2 lightsabers. I'm going to do like these slashes. And Mark Hamill walks over and goes, they give you 2 lightsabers? He goes, yeah, I have 2, but they stick together and it turns into 1. And he goes, well, they're just giving away lightsabers these days. And like walks away. He's like so upset. And then they had Mark Hamill playing the game, and Cal Kestis or Cameron Moynihan was standing behind him, and he's like, all right, use the Force on that. And he goes, and Mark Hamill stops playing and goes, don't ever tell me how to use the Force. It was great. It was a great video.
Mark Hamill is awesome.
It was so funny to watch that. It was great.
So speaking of Star Wars, have you heard about the deepfake Luke Skywalker stuff?
No.
So they made a movie where there was young Luke Skywalker.
A movie? Oh, are you talking about the TV?
Or the TV show? I haven't seen it.
No, it's the end of the Mandalorian. He's in the Mandalorian.
Okay, so everybody's been going crazy because they CGI'd Mark Hamill's face onto the actor.
Right.
Look up the actor.
Who plays what?
The young Luke Skywalker. Because he looks just like Mark Hamill. And everybody was like, why did you waste the money and time to CGI Mark Hamill's face over him when the actor looks exactly like young Mark Hamill? Like, I saw a comment on Twitter and someone was like, God literally gave you Mark Hamill and you said no. Like,
hold on. No.
What's the name of the new show, I guess?
I don't know.
Did you look up the deepfake? Did it not mention it in the article?
Trying to find it. While you're just the worst.
Bing is not the best.
Heir of the Empire, Mandalorian. You're talking about this guy, right? He shows up as why Disney won't recast him. Okay. Romanian actor Sebastian Stan.
It's not Sebastian Stan.
No, that's Bucky Barnes, the MCU. I don't know. I can't find it. It's been delayed again with Han Solo, Star Wars, The Mandalorian movie. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. The Book of Boba Fett, Building a Jedi Order. No, I don't know. Did you say that again, who is it?
So I did see the picture on Twitter of like them. They had put dots on that new actor's face to like put the CGI over him, and he literally looked exactly like Mark Hamill did.
Who's the guy that made it? Was something George Lucas? Did you see that he offered to return to Star Wars to work on it with Disney, but only if they gave him full creative rights again?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, this would be great until you realize he's probably batshit crazy now and is just gonna like go off the rails with some lore that no one knows about for some reason.
Is he batshit crazy?
No, but like people were just like, he might be though. Yeah, it's pretty good. People were just like,
the rain just like got into fast mode. It was like they fast forwarded it.
God's plan. God, you gotta hit spacebar to slow it down. Come on, haven't you ever played a sim game before? Come on now. But yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like they're doing a terrible job overall with the Star Wars universe. But
okay, I just hated the way they ended the new movies. Like
which ones?
With Rey and Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
like what they did with Kylo Ren honestly pissed me off.
Didn't he like heal her and then he died?
Yeah, he like gives his life force for her.
And then I saw a meme about that, and it was just like Anakin as a Force ghost watching him like heal Rey and then die, and it was just Anakin's like crossing his arms, and it was like, you're telling me we could use the Force to heal people this whole time? like I could have just saved Padme myself.
No, you know what also bothers me about the original, like what happened between him and Padme, is if he had literally, I rewatched the movies a few months ago. Yeah. If he literally at any point just went and talked to her about what was happening,
yeah,
she probably wouldn't have died. She probably could have kept him on the light side. Like,
did you see the thing that I saw a meme recently where it was she was standing, like it's the confrontation scene where like she tells him that like she doesn't want to be a part of his new dark side, whatever, right? And she's like, you killed younglings. And then instead of his actual line, it's just a text box that says, you didn't have a problem when I killed Tusken Raider younglings. What is this racism shit you got going on all of a sudden? Like,
her response to learning about him murdering those kids was so mild. She was like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You talking about the Jedi kids or the Tusken Raider kids?
The Tusken Raider kids.
Yeah, like he's like, I killed the women and children too, and she's just like, well, there was sand nearby, so, you know. And then like, at the end, she's like, you killed younglings. Like, why are you fucking racist? Is it because they used the Force that they're special and couldn't be killed?
But
like,
you know what?
What?
Forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. We appreciate you tuning in to Mindless Prattle. Have a wonderful Mother's Day if you're listening today. If not, go hug your mom anyway.
Happy Mother's Day. You guys be safe, have fun.
Yeah, we're going to ride out this fun storm.
If you hate your mom, be nice to yourself today.
Jewelry reasons if you hate your mom. If you love your mom, be nice to her too.
Just got cold in here with the AC and the rain. Ugh.
Oh man, but other than that, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you guys next week. What is that, the 21st again? Come back the 21st for brand new episodes. Go over to mindlessprattle.com. You can find us over there or any place you get your podcast. Share us with a friend. Give us a like. Give us a review. Send a message. You know, maybe you're just bored and want to say, you know, like Farfignugan. Either way, that's gonna do it for us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.